Hello everyone and happy Thursday. I hope you've all had a really great week. Mine has been super busy. So for those of you that are just joining, if you see the little live sign up at the top, you are catching me live on my Facebook page. If you don't see the live sign up at the top, then you are catching the replay, or you could be watching me on YouTube. So welcome, say hi, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're there. Feel free to comment, let me know your thoughts. Would love to know how your day has been or how your week has been. So, but I have been busy trying to get ready for some more markets. Market season is not over. The holiday markets are over, of course, because the holidays are gone, but I will have some markets coming up. So I'm trying to get some Valentine's stuff together. Some of you know that I also do some beading work. Not like bracelets, but the newfangled, silicone beads, the cup charms for Stanley cups and keychains and things like that. So I've been spending the last couple of days beading, trying to restock all of my my inventory. Hey Lily, hey Mom, glad you could join. So I have been busy beading the last few days. So I think I'm finally done. Got some Valentine's stuff done. So now I'm moving back onto card making. I've seen a lot of really cool stuff out there. So we're going to work on something tonight. But first, quick announcements. Don't forget, right now we're doing bonus days. So every $50 that you spend, you will get a $5 coupon. So make sure that your email is correct when you place your order, and you will get like a coupon code, and you can use that coupon in February, redeem it in February. Now keep in mind that if you place an order and you get your cart all full, you're like at the $50 mark, and you're thinking, oh, I want to use some of my rewards points. Well, that reduces the amount that you have in your cart, your dollar amount. So then you won't get that $5 coupon. So you have to keep in mind any rewards that you might put in there. So if you want to use like $5 in rewards, you're going to have to do like a $55 order. So your order has to be for every $50, you get that $5 coupon code. Also, product of the month for January is this stamp set, Fabulous Sayings. It's a really nice stamp set. I love the font on here. It's a little different, but it's some really good stuff. They're happy birthday, thank you, sending love, you're on my mind. So lots of really good greetings in here. It's a good one to have on hand. So product of the month, you spend $75. Again, you got to watch those using up your reward. So you have to have a $75, and you get to purchase the product of the month for $5. Keep in mind also, you do have to have an account. You can't just, I don't think you can just like check out as a guest. I'm not sure how that all works, but make sure you check all the boxes so that you can get that product of the month. Also, virtual card retreat is coming up. I did not order this one only because I know I'm not going to have the time to watch the virtual retreat. Even though I can go back and watch the replay, I know I'm just not going to do it. But the virtual card retreat is January 22nd to the 23rd. There is a item code. It's $165. So if you remember last year, they did the scrapbooking virtual retreat. And it was a little costly, but there was so much stuff in that box. It was really worth the money. And I've seen a lot of stuff on this one too, and it's worth the money. It's $165. You get, I think there's like 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets. There's paper, DSP, cardstock, ribbon. I don't know if there's ribbon, but I know there's embellishments. There's even envelopes in the box. And it looks like they are making, I think, 15 cards. Yeah. So I have pictures of the cards here. There's some really cute cards. Again, I didn't purchase this one only because I know I'm not going to go back and watch it. I just don't have the time. I'm so busy designing classes and doing some other stuff. And now that spring is right around the corner, I want to do some stuff around the house. So I know I'm not going to get to watch it, but it is a great value for $165. And so how you get the virtual retreat is you have to purchase the bundle, the $165 bundle, and you'll automatically be entered. You get an email and you get invited to a Facebook group. So it is on Facebook. And I think after the 30 days, because you know it's Facebook Live, they're only around for 30 days. I think then they create YouTube videos so you can go back and watch it anytime you want to. So, so there's that virtual retreat, January 22nd and 23rd. So that is next week. Not too many announcements. So next week, January 24th, I'm doing kind of a scrapbooking, kind of craft the day away. It's limited space because on those days I give you room to work. You bring your own projects, you bring scrapbooking, you bring cards, whatever you want to work on that day. It's $10 and I provide lunch. So if you would like to come and hang out and craft and enjoy the day, let me know. I'll be sending out emails here shortly. And then February 7th, I'm doing my regular card class, but then I'm doing a Valentine card add-on. So you can do the regular class for $15. You can do the Valentine class for $15, or you can do both and save $5, and it'll be $25 if you want to do both classes. So super cute cards that I'm going to do for Valentine's. And then I'm also going to be using, what suite am I going to be using? I'm going to show it to you, the Lovely and Beautiful suite. We looked at that paper last week. It's really pretty paper. I think I'm going to use that suite. And I think we're going to do like, I've had some requests for like wedding cards and just kind of a general all occasion, just some pretty cards that people can give out because wedding season's around the corner, baby shower season's around the corner. So just some like very springy, colorful, pretty cards that people can give out. So that's what I'm aiming for on that class. So watch your emails, and I'll be sending out for a class. All right, so enough jibber jabber. Let's get on to this fun card. So I saw this card being made, and it is, I don't know her whole name, but her little tag thing is Creative Juice by Lonnie, and she did this bow card, and I thought it was like the greatest thing because you can use up 6x6 paper. And I had a request from somebody that says, hey, you've been showing these 12x12, how to use up 12x12 paper, but what about all this 6x6 paper? I have a ton of it, and I can't use all of it for scrapbooking. What kind of cards can I make with 6x6? I'm like, I got the thing for you. So this week and next week, I'm doing stuff on 6x6 paper. Anyway, so I saw this card, Creative Juice by Lonnie. She showed the simple way, and then I went to a team meeting the other day, and somebody showed the same card, but it was a couple extra steps with the same outcome. And I was like, this way is easier. And I don't remember where she got it from. I don't remember which demonstrator. So I'm going to show you the easy way, and then I'll show you what she did to get the same effect. So I'm going to point you down and we will get started. Hold on. All right. So let me get you in my holder. I think we're good. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I'm trying to keep you guys upright so that you guys can see more of my table. I hope that makes sense. All right, let me get you on my screen so that I can see your comments. So Mom, I've got you down for crafting day. Lily, the stamp set, yeah, it's a good stamp set. So far, I have not been disappointed by product of the month because last month it was that beautiful blue paper. I used up every single piece of that beautiful blue paper and made cards with it. So keep them coming. That's what I keep saying. All right, so today I'm kind of mix and matching. I am actually not really using 6x6 paper only because I'm trying to use up paper too. So if you have 12x12, you can cut it down to 6x6 and it works with all paper. You just have to be careful of your patterns. You'll see. So I am going to be using the paper from this Brushed with Beauty Suite, and this was an online exclusive. Oh, when was this? This was November online exclusive. There were stamp sets, dies. Let me see what I have here. So there was this stamp set and a die. And then this one and dies. And there was a embossing folder, this beautiful pattern. It's kind of a checkered kind of pattern with a little design in the middle of the checkers. And then there were pearlized faceted circles is what they're called. And they're kind of like Calypso Coral and Petal Pink and White, I believe is what the colors are. So they're very pretty. And I'm going to use the paper tonight. But then for the stamp set, I'm going to be using this stamp set, Simply Beautiful, that is in the spring catalog. And it could be only because I have a request from some friends to do some wedding cards. So this one has wedding wishes and to the happy couple. Let me show you this one. Wedding wishes. Holding you in my heart, thinking of you, to the happy couple, and then there's some flowers, and then there's dies to go with it. Today I am just using to the happy couple. But this is a great suite. There's ribbon, embellishments. Let's see, what else? Oh, the pearlized faceted circles. I am sorry, that is from the spring catalog. That is not from the other one. I know I messed up the other ones, but that's okay. I showed you this paper last week. It's really pretty paper, so I want to use this for class in February. And then I did not get this set. I did get this one here, but we're mixing and matching. So sorry if that was confusing. What I'm saying is I'm using this paper from the November online exclusives. Let me show you the paper. Very pretty, and there's some neutral stuff on the back. So all the lovely flowers, some neutral pieces here. There's like Mossy Meadow, very vanilla, Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, Lost Lagoon, and Darling Duckling. Oh, and I think a little bit of Early Espresso is in here as well. Hey, Chris, glad you can join. Sorry to hear about your mom. All right, so that's the paper. So I'm going to use this piece here. Let me get this out of the way. I am just dropping things left and right here. All right. So I am just going to cut my paper to 6x6. Now, if you have some other paper, we have all kinds of packs of paper of 6x6 paper. Feel free to grab a 6x6 stack of paper, and you could create these really fun cards. All right, so I have my 6x6. Now it's directional, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off 3/4 from the bottom. 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Just going to cut that off. Okay. Now save this piece. We're going to use that as decoration on the inside of the card. Okay, now I'm going to turn it so our 6 inches is at the top. And then I am going to score at 1.5 and then 4.5. So basically it's 1.5 on each side. Okay. All right, so I'm going to grab some pieces here. I forgot my inside piece. Hold on. All right. So I am actually going to use vanilla for my base, but I'm going to use white on the inside. So, all right, so we have our base piece here. Just going to fold it in half. Give it a little crease. And then our next layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's kind of standard on my cards and a lot of people's cards. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down because there's nothing really that we need to do with this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay. All right, so now here's our piece. Now let's give it a little fold where we did our score lines. Okay, do a little crease. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of not really fold it. I'm just putting the corners together and giving it a little pinch because I just want to know where that middle part is on the side. You can make like measure it and make a little notch, but this is so much easier. So you got your little flaps and you know where your center is, okay? So all I'm going to do is fold this over. And I'm going to hold my finger where that center point is, and then I am going to fold this back from the corner to that center and just make kind of like a little triangle flap here. Okay. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. Okay. And again on this side. This kind of reminds me of those cards where people do for Father's Day. It kind of looks like the shirt. That's what it reminds me of. So you're just going to fold from corner to that middle point and just fold it out like that. Crease it. Okay. So I was telling you that there was another version of this card, and what they did is they took an extra step and they cut these flaps off and then glued them back on just at the edge and then folded. I don't know why. This is just so much easier. I suppose if you were looking at maybe the design that you wanted on showing on the front of your card, not sure. Anyway, so we're going to glue these parts down, this inside part here, now that we've got our fold. Okay, so we're going to end up with this piece that looks like this. Okay, and now we're just going to glue it to the front of our card on the center. So simple, right? Centering it. All right. Just like that. Very easy. All right, so then I just used my Stylish Shapes dies and cut a couple of circles. I'm going to use this Simply Beautiful, and I'm just going to do to the happy couple. This is a super simple card. It just looks fun. And you can dress it up. I think I'm going to dress this one up with a little bit of ribbon. I had gotten some ribbon out earlier. I'm just going to use a little bit of Mossy Meadow to stamp to the happy couple. All right, so let me get out some dimensionals. Very simple here. And you, like I said, you can dress this up any way you want to. You could add like some die cuts of flowers, foliage, whatever you would like. I think I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon. I had pulled out this Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon. I think that was from, I don't know, one of the online exclusives that we had not too long ago. I think during the holidays. And I'm just going to layer a little bit on the back of the circle. Give it a little snip. Okay. All right, so we can add our dimensionals right here in the center. And then I'll put this down. There we go. And then we're going to do the inside. So we have this piece here. And this I'm going to put on the inside. And I'm just going to give this a little adhesive. And I'm going to put it, since this is kind of directional, I'm going to put it, well, it's not really. I'm going to just be different and put it along the side. You could put it along the bottom if you wanted to. I saw a demonstrator put it on the side, on the long side like this, and I was like, oh wow, you know, I never really think about putting it on the long side. So makes it a little dressier. And then we'll just add it to the inside. I don't use vanilla very often, but that's what I used on this card. All right, and then I am gonna just add some of those embellishments. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have grabbed some other ones for this one, but that's okay. This works out too. We'll use some of the petal pink pieces and the white. There we go. Whoops. All right. And that is it. Very simple. You could just make a whole bunch of these cards. So very easy to use up that 6x6 paper. I was playing a little bit earlier today, so I have this one here. And then I have this one. And then let me show you the one we did at our team meeting. We used the Valentine paper. But see here, we put in the centerpiece, and then these pieces are actually separate. So we kind of just glued them on the edge here and then folded them over. So I don't know, I kind of like this better. I think it just, it's less steps, obviously, because this one you got to cut the two pieces and then you glue the edges. But it is just a slight different fold. But I think I kind of like this one better. But they both look great. So take your choice on which way you want to go. I prefer a little easier. With the way I did it, there's no extra cutting. There's just cutting off the bottom and then making your 2 score lines and then going for it. So I'm all about easy these days. So, all right, everyone. So go ahead and get out your 6x6 paper. Try this out. Let me know what you think. Show me your samples. I would love to see what you come up with. And then next week, I will have a different card, also using some 6x6 designer series paper. So, all right, everyone, you have a really great week, and I will see you back here next Thursday night. Good night, everyone.